Hello there, good people. My name is Mailula Pavallo, aka Pavallo Radiant. It's such a wonderful day. Great people, if this is your first time tuning in, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, to comment, like, and share the video with your friends or anyone. Great people, today I just want to talk about this thing with you. I want to talk about what peace is to a man. This is what we mean when we say as men, or when a man says, I want peace. I want peace. You know, most people tend to misunderstand this and tend to not even understand or want to understand what peace means to a man. But actually, when a man says, I want peace, usually as men, we use this thing when it comes to the type of women we would prefer, the types of women we will want to date or spend the rest of our lives with. We will say we want a peaceful lady. I want a peaceful lady. But actually, what is it that we actually mean when we say we want peace? Great people, let me say this by giving you what's actually happening in a man's life. You know, as men, one thing we know is that a lot of the guys, a lot of the guys around the world, they are just going through a lot. And as a man, it's actually not easy for you as a guy to speak your heart out, or to speak your mind out without being judged also. We know that mostly they'll say, oh, people will judge you. And one thing is that most women, they are very good at defending one another. And as long as maybe a guy says something, they'll try to also attack the guy for trying to say something or how they feel. Because to them, it seems like as long as you are a guy, you are not supposed to have any feelings. You are not supposed to have any emotion. You don't have to express the things you like. You don't have to express the things that you don't want. You just have to accept everything that she throws at you. That's what actually happened. And remember again, men go through most of their days at work. At work, they are faced with their bosses. They have their bosses whereby they are nagging them. They are telling them what to do and every day. And now, when it's about time to head back home, you know, as a guy, that's when now you feel relieved. That's when now you feel like, wow, now I'm going to get that time to rest. I'm going to just get the time whereby I can just enjoy being with my family, enjoy with my loved one, enjoy with, you know, my person there. But only to find out when you arrive at home, now the lady starts to nag at you, start to complain about 1, 2, 3. You know, this thing. Oh, you don't do this right. You are not doing this. So the same energy the guy has when he is at work now is the same energy he's also experiencing even at home. Now he no longer has a safe space. That's whereby you will see many of the guys spending most of their times when they are home drinking a lot of alcohol. They drink a lot of alcohol. Why? Because at home, at work, they can bear it. But at home, with someone you sleep with, someone you spend most of your time with, and the person next to you, the person keeps on complaining, the person doesn't give you the peace of mind. So That's why when they are drunk, that's where now they feel like they become immune to the noise. They become immune to the complaints. When you complain, but they can barely hear you, they can barely take you seriously. But even though some of them, the same thing that they take as a way, as a refuge, saying that they want to escape their problems, end up putting them in jails, in prison. So that's what's actually happening. That's when you take away the peace from a guy, you actually create the monster in him. You create an angry man. You create a bitter man. You create a man who actually becomes heartless at the end of the day. So there is nothing that feels so peaceful than having a peaceful home with a peaceful partner, a partner who understands, the partner who will ask you, how was your day? How are you? You know, having the soft side of them, the soft side of a lady, the feminine side of a lady is what makes a lady more attractive and more beautiful. And you can actually be with that lady for a longer period of time, because the lady can give you a peace of mind. The lady doesn't make you feel as if you are still at work. The lady doesn't make you feel as if you are not heard. The lady gives you time to also hear your side of the story, to give you a moment where you can also vent as a guy and tell them. And after them telling you, they know that their person is not going to use that against them, because there are people who will just ask you, how do you feel about, and when you tell them about how do you feel, then later on they use the same thing against you. Then that becomes a toxic relationship at the end, because the same guy who trusted you with whatever they told you, then you use it against them in the future, then you become a toxic partner to them and they become angry. Then a lot of things can happen when a guy gets angry, you know. But my advice is, as a guy, you need to learn to know. You need to learn how to at least manage the emotional side. The emotional intelligence is very, very important, because most people will trigger you to a point whereby you cannot take it anymore. So you need to know when to continue, when to stop, and when not to stop. That's one thing you need to know. So great people, enjoy your day. Yes, we'll talk. Bye bye.